And now, an indie artist reveal worldwide spotlight. Grammy-nominated Ambassador of Soul, Ellis Hall comes to Indie Artist Reveal Worldwide. Savannah, Georgia native is lauded as a powerful 5-octave ranged vocal powerhouse, a gifted songwriter, arranger, producer, educator, and an all-around performer that has entertained audiences on 5 continents. In the early years of Ellis's career, the creative opened for legendary artists such as Earth, Wind, and Fire, The Temptations, The Spinners, elevating to open for Tower of Power, featured on records with Kenny G and Carl Anderson, inevitably moving into film. Now, a mammoth in music, film, and entertainment, garnering awards and numerous accolades, Hall has become an indelible force in the world of music. Indie Artist Reveal Worldwide is honored to have the opportunity to get up close, intimate, and personal to share the legacy and journey of Ellis Hall. Hey everybody, welcome to another Music Monday. I'm Sabrina Taylor, creator and host of the show. Super excited about tonight's guest, as I always am, but every Monday there's somebody different. And tonight, this guest is legendary for me, in my book anyways. We've got Ellis Hall here, and he is sitting in the green room behind his keys, and there's almost like, there are all these instruments I can see behind him. This man is so full of music. I say he is music, Listen, before we connect with him, I want you to do me a favor. Grab your handhelds, please. Get those handhelds out and start sharing. Let everybody know we're finally on the air with our very special guest. Yes, indeed. I want you guys to ask questions in the chat, and as much as I can, of course, I'll go and refer to any of the statements, any of the questions as we're progressing through the show so that you guys can get an opportunity to get that one question or two in tonight within the 1 hour that we have. But everybody, please give a warm welcome to our special guest tonight, Grammy-nominated Ellis Hall.
Hello, Miss Sabrina Taylor, and your lovely show.
Oh, you are amazing! I had no idea you were going to serenade me. I might just turn this whole show over to this amazing creative. Your music, Mr. Hall. You're absolutely music.
Well, I'm honored, truly honored to be the vessel. And that's all I can say is this ride that I'm on, Miss Sabrina.
Yeah.
I never take it for granted. And even when I had sight, I used to practice my instruments with my eyes closed or in the dark. So I didn't have to look at anything I was playing, whether it was drums, basses, guitars, whatever, seriously.
Wow.
Yeah. Don't mess with my funk.
We don't want to mess with your funk.
Don't mess with my funk or my soul or my country. Country. Yes.
Yeah. So it sounds like you're made of a culmination of different kinds of music. Yes,
I am, and that's what I called him, Papa Ray. Talk about the incredible Mr. Ray Charles. That's what we talked about all the time, and I told him. When I was around 7 or 8, something like that, I'm sitting around at my mom's radio, and all of a sudden this comes on. I say it, and it says, and And he said, let me tell you about a girl, no. She eat my sugar and she live next door. Every morning before the sun comes up, and bring me coffee, my favorite, cause why no, hallelujah, I just love her so.
I
and,
love this. Oh my God.
and it touched me
Yeah.
so intensely. And as a matter of fact, my pops had a big record collection. Of course, I wasn't supposed to play with it, but I did.
Mhm.
And all of a sudden I heard, that's the sound of the men working on the train. Gang. And why I talk about that song
Yeah.
is because at the end of it, he says, give me water, I'm thirsty. My work is so hard. Whoa, my. And I didn't know it, but that particular phrase, give me water, I'm thirsty,
Hmm.
I could see this man out in the sun, and these men out in the sun, just sweating, no water, hardly any food.
Wow.
And I was, again, all of like 9, 10, whatever it was. And it just got to me, Miss Sabrina.
Sure. Sure.
And that's what music does. Music means feeling. You
Yes.
let the feeling in. If you deny it, you could hurt yourself, be it funk, etc.
I said to one of my guests sometime back, music is like healing to the soul, right?
Boy,
You know,
ain't that the absolute? I, most folks say truth. I say truff, the
it's
truth.
so I love it. I love it. I'm telling you, it is because if you're depressed, if you're sad,
Yeah. Yes.
if you're low, if you're troubled,
Yes.
if you're aggravated,
Yeah.
frustrated,
Yeah.
any of those negative feelings,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
then when you hear music, it is amazing that it knows
It-
where to go. You
It's a
don't have to
correction.
send it anywhere.
That's right. It's a correction
Yeah,
for you and your family if you and when you let it in.
yeah,
I don't know who actually quoted it. Might have been Quincy Jones. A world without music would be a place, and even Papa Ray would say, a world without music. He said there are two kinds of music, good and bad, and
right.
you know which one is which, but you're going to enjoy it all.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, wow. So we've talked about Ray Charles.
Yes.
I want to throw another name out
Oh,
to
I'm
you.
sorry. Yes, please.
Um, Jeff Tyzik.
Ah, brother, boy, you know what? I want to tell you something.
Go
He
ahead.
was he was the one who came up with the ambassador of soul.
That's why I threw it out there.
Because
Exactly.
and I want to tell you this because I kept saying to him, I said, Jeff, we worked a lot together. He's great,
He's
uh,
amazing.
more than amazing. I'll tell you. And because I kept saying, I'm working so hard on my ambassadorship. And one day he grabbed my shoulder and said, "That's it. That's it. You are the ambassador of soul." And it's stuck ever since. That was back in like 2010. Woo! A
Wow.
long time ago. My
I
God. But
know.
no, he's just brilliant. And I talk to him and sometimes his daughter Jamie. So sweet. Good folk are good folk. So you get to talk about them.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I also read
Mm-hmm.
somewhere
Yeah.
that Ella Fitzgerald was one of many influences for you. So who else?
You know what? I
Ah,
mean, working with Mr. Maurice White,
yeah.
working with the fabulous Mr. James Taylor, working with Patti LaBelle, working
Ooh,
with all these different, working with Marco McDonald.
I love it.
Yeah, and it's so funny because I did a thing where I had to rehearse the band. Yeah, and I'm singing in his voice, and all of a sudden I feel this hand on my shoulder. He says, "You're pretty good, son." And
Wow.
he did not talk like he sang. God did not know. It's like and we had a brilliant time singing together on
Oh,
different cruise ships and in person. And he and his family, lovely, and he and his manager Joel Hoffner. I love Joel. great.
Mhm.
I've met so many people, but having worked in the studio with
Sure.
Maurice White of
Yeah.
Earth, Wind, and Fire,
Uh-huh.
woo, man, he didn't play when it came to the music. He was serious about having his fun with the music. That's the
Sure.
way to describe it. Working
Sure.
with dear Miss Patty Austin, working with
Oh.
country artist Toby Keith and Vince
Ooh.
Gill, working all these different people.
So,
Music has no colors, although I have synesthesia, so I'm seeing music in colors.
you know what? I'm glad you brought that out because
Yes,
I wanted
yes.
to ask you about that phrase
Please.
that you
Yes,
hear sound in
I do.
color.
I do.
Elaborate a little. We're going to go to break after you elaborate on
Okay.
that, but share what that means to
What it
you.
means,
Yeah.
each note I play has a
Yeah.
flash of color to it.
Ooh.
And so I would see light shows and I'd say, that color doesn't quite go with that the way I'm
Ah,
seeing it,
I got it.
And
Yeah.
again, I had vision up until 18, so I could see these things and I still see them in my mind's eye. Like a friend of mine had very quickly, the white keys were black and the black keys were gold. And I remember Miss Sabrina staring at that for hours with my eyes watering and saying, oh, that is phenomenal to watch my fingers go up and down those keys.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That is so amazing. Wow. So, and when
Yes.
you, and I want to talk about this a little later, but I
Please.
do, since we're talking about sound and color, when
Yep.
you are composing, are you feeling that like right in your chest? How does it feel?
I am. It manifests. And I tell folks all the time,
Yeah,
we got some grooves, some funk that will rattle your esophagus. And then we got some
love it.
ballads that will put it back in place.
No way, really?
I mean, I don't know. Hopefully, you've heard the record, the What Project. George Whitty and myself, Whitty
Yes,
Hall
sir.
Artist Team, it stands for it. There's some ballads on there. One of the ballads is a tune coming out called "Some Days Were Meant for Rain" that I wrote for a manager and his. She became his wife. They stayed together for 35 years after hearing the song I wrote for them. And then
Wow.
another one that became a tune that Nelson Mandela said became a favorite tune of his. It's a tune called "Why Should I Care?"
Mm,
And just reaching out and talking about everything from Israel and Palestine to
yeah,
Jonestown, Guyana. Oh
sure.
man, that thing made me cry when I heard about it. It's like
Did it?
all these things, and like I said in the song, the world won't come together through indignities, or the
Sure.
world won't come together through indecencies.
Mm,
You know, but
wow.
that's it. And then another one called "Hug Me." Lifting up
Yeah,
the Ukrainian spirit in all of us.
I heard that.
Yes, lovely.
Yeah, it
So,
is. Now, is that the one where all the proceeds are
yes,
going? Okay.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I forgot, it's something 24, but I forgot the name of the charity, and that's in Ukraine, of course.
Yes,
But
that one.
all these things that come together, and how interesting the world is so cyclical because when we wrote
Mm,
it, it was helping Ukraine, and then the madness came about further. And then now it's coming back around with some of the new administration, just trying to decide, are they really going to help or not? But we're all in this
we
together.
are. We have to be.
Really.
We have to be.
Excuse me. Yes, yes,
Yes, absolutely.
yes.
For the good and the bad. You can't
I'm
just
telling
have
you.
all good
No.
and be on board. So,
Opposites definitely come
absolutely.
together. And, whew, my goodness.
It's a lot.
Sitting here, we could change the world, lovely.
Yes, we can together. And but that's what it's about.
Yes,
It's
it is,
about,
isn't it?
unifying one mind, one heart, one
Yeah,
spirit,
yeah, yeah.
and changing the world for good. All
Yes,
this
yes.
division is out the window. I
Yeah.
could I could chat forever, which I'm not because I can't because time won't allow.
I
But listen, it's just
know.
a quick
No,
promo.
she give me that cutoff look. I know you got a cutoff coming. I saw the whole thing, Miss
You
Sabrina.
saw it, didn't you? I know. I got you. I got you. But it is very
Yeah,
quick.
yeah.
Probably 30 seconds, and
Okay,
then
it's
we'll
all
be
good.
back. And We've got so much more. So hang out with me, Mr. Hall.
I'm not
I'll be
going nowhere but up with you, young lady.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Well, everybody, thank you so much for coming in. Don't forget, I want you guys to tag, share, invite, let everybody know we've got Mr. Hall here, and he is so funny. He's amazing. So much that we want to chat about on tonight, and we've got a premiere, music premiere. So you definitely don't want to miss that. So you guys stay close, and we'll be back in about 30 seconds right here on Indie Artist Reveal Worldwide. Join us every Monday at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time to hear the stories of artists you love and discover artists you'll learn to love on Indie Artist Reveal Worldwide via Facebook and YouTube. The expansion continues. You can locate us on 10 affiliate radio stations, rebroadcasting Indie Artist Reveal Worldwide segments around the globe. Come on, join the indie community. Hey, everybody, welcome back to the show. If you are just joining us, it is an absolute marvelous time to connect with us. We've got one of the most legendary artists around. So glad that we still have this luminary with us. Ellis Hall is here. There are so many accolades that I've seen of you, awards, Mr. Hall, people that you've known. I tried to get as many pictures of different people that I could in that intro, from Q
Oh,
to Mr. Avant, to Smokey Robinson. And I
yes.
mean, the list just went on and on. All of the films that your imprint is on, Lion King 2, Bruce Almighty. I mean, just it goes on and on and on and on. I want to talk about that, but one thing I do want you to touch on a little bit is
Uh-huh.
with 17-time Grammy Award winner Ray Charles. That man's amazing.
Ooh,
How did you connect with him? I want you to tell that story for
I
us.
gotta tell it.
Please.
I was sitting at this well, it's a party for West LA Music, big music store. My dear friend Rick Waite said, "Hey, Ray's coming down to see you." And a lot of people say things. I said, "Yeah, I hope he does," but I know, I'm not gonna get disappointed because I know everybody's busy. Well, he did show up, and he showed up as we're doing a song. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. And during the middle of that song, we got to notice that Mr. Ray Charles is there. Now, how ironic is that? two,
Yeah,
two blind guys getting together while I'm singing, I can see clearly.
love
So,
it.
me and my assistant jump off the stage, run up to him. I had a CD in my hand, and I gave him the CD. And he took it, gave me a hug, and he gets countless CDs, I'm sure.
Yeah,
So the next day, Miss Sabrina, I
yeah.
get this call. Ray, Ellis, it's Ray. I said, Papa Ray? He said, yeah.
Wow.
He says, he says, why haven't some of my friends told me about you? I'm gonna have to take some serious. I had to bleep it
I
because
had to bleep it. I know.
it's a family show. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
he calls me like, yeah, I'm gonna sign you up. You gotta come over. So we did. I worked with him. Excuse me, from about 2001
Wow.
to the end of his life in 2004, and it was just a heart lifting experience. Even though Ray could be very irascible, but when
Yeah,
he
yeah,
loved you and he loved the music. He was a true fan. And it's so funny because on his last birthday
yeah.
celebration, he had, of course, Mr. Not just Quincy, but he
Right.
had Willie Nelson.
That's
And
right.
so Ray kept saying to Willie, this boy can sing you some country, bro. And
Right.
you tell Willie Nelson that. And Willie comes over to me and says, I heard you sing some country. And I say, yeah, yes, sir, I've been known to do that. He said,
Oh gosh.
he said, play me something. So I did. Well, that whisper in the woods is calling. Just this side of Walker Pass. Yeah. A sleepy mountain town known as Onyx. Someplace where I'm finally home at last.
Wow.
He was jumping up and down. And he said, oh, I guess you can sing some. But, I mean, I wasn't trying to audition for him. I just letting him know. One of the reasons Ray signed me is because he said, you ain't scared of no kind of music. And I said,
No.
no, I'm not.
Wow. So country, jazz,
Mm-hmm.
blues,
Yeah.
gospel,
Yeah.
rock and roll.
Blues. And no, I
Yes,
don't even
of
have to
course
take
the
my
blues
teeth
is
out.
in there.
I
Yeah.
don't even have to take my teeth out.
Oh my God. I'm visual. I saw that.
I
I
know.
literally. Oh my God. So you have a plethora of genres
Yes, I
that, and
do.
it's not complex. It's
No.
just, you're well rounded, I would say.
Well,
Yes.
just making the music. And
Yeah.
and what's really interesting about that,
Hmm.
my piano teacher, wonderful gentleman, he's
Yeah.
passed on now. His name was Henry Santos. And I'd be playing something like, but I'd say, I get tired of that. Let me play some. All of a sudden, I
Words
hear his
can.
voice, Ellis Hall. So I go back to playing my classical, like nothing. And then he'd tell me, he'd go sit at the piano, and he'd have me go get my bass. So we'd be playing, when I was about 17, I'd be playing bass with him, hardcore jazz things. And what does he do?
Yeah.
A friend of his, Milt Jackson, the famous vibist.
Hmm.
Ooh, I know you know about him. Well, he had me go and play with him, and he said to my mom, he said, "This is a young buck. He can play that bass. I'm gonna take him on the road." So my mom said, "No, you ain't." But
Right.
she said, every time you come to town,
You can play
he
with.
can be yours
Yeah.
in the evening after schooling. So I'd go to
Oh.
school, Miss Sabrina, from
Yeah.
6 to 6 every day.
Yeah.
Then I'd go and play with him when he was in town, sometimes like 6 nights a week,
Hmm.
going from 8 to 3 in the evening.
Look at you.
Oh,
So
no,
the
no.
vibraphone.
He
I'm
played
sorry.
amazing vibes, and then
Yeah.
I would play bass with him.
Ooh,
Yeah,
really?
yeah,
How many other instruments outside of, I know you can play guitar because I've
yeah, yeah,
seen it hanging
yeah.
around your neck quite often.
Yes, yes,
And you play keys so beautifully. What
yeah.
other what other instruments proficiently can you play?
Well, even before the beatbox came about, I'd
Yeah?
be doing.
Uh-uh.
And I'm not
Right.
even spitting on the microphone. I was doing that back in the 60s. I didn't know
Whoa.
why, but I'd be walking down the street, before the
Yeah.
funk was a funk. I didn't think about it. I just knew I felt it. And
Oh,
then I took up bass, which is still my favorite, but I love playing whatever instruments, guitars, percussions, whatever, chicken picking. And I remember strumming my brother's guitar way even before I played it. But once I picked it up, I played all those James Brown chords. And my mom would say, "Son, I know you got to practice, but you have to make all that fuss." That's that famous Southern expression. All that fuss. What?
oh, that's us. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
yeah. So that's
Oh, there's
needless to say, a plethora. I wanted to play all the different instruments, rhythm wise, especially,
yeah. Hmm.
so that I could show the parts to the people who were playing with me, and then hearing the vocals in my head. And the first instrument I started to play before bass was a saxophone. but it
Oh
hurt my
no.
teeth. I could play it,
Oh,
but it hurt my teeth. So I said, no, enough of that. If I want to do a horn part, I say, I could just sing my part of what
you
I
can see
wanted them
it.
to play.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Wow. It's just there's so much in you. Do you know? And there was something I read that said your mom said that you were probably singing coming out of the womb. But let me say this.
No, no. I was
Let me
singing. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I
Yeah.
believe you were singing
Singing,
in utero.
playing.
In utero.
Right. She said it came out the womb singing and playing and
Yes.
kicking. I said,
Yeah.
ow, that must have hurt.
Had to have.
I know.
Oh, but you were doing that as she was carrying you. I just
Oh,
believe.
no, no, no. She said I was truly dancing around and coming out and singing.
Dancing.
And I remember when she first took me and I started realizing what the choir says. Yes, Jesus loves me. And my mom would say, shh, shh, you can't sing that loud. But I couldn't help it. It felt so good. But then I realized these ladies would get so excited. And I'd say, Mom, these ladies full of the Holy Ghost. Says, don't make them fall on me.
Oh Lord. They loved your voice.
No, no, it's like, oh no. You know what?
Boy.
Again, recognizing the gifts. And
Sure.
we all are given gifts.
That's
Some in
right.
music, some in other things. Just do your best to recognize you. Don't be anybody else. And I learned that really early throughout my life and just
Right.
continue to do that. Ellis Hall is the best Ellis Hall he can be. Even if I stumble, I get back up and keep
I
walking.
love it. Before we go to break,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
what was your greatest takeaway from working with Ray Charles?
Ooh.
I know that's difficult because there were
That,
so
yeah,
many
it's difficult
songs.
because I met him later in life. But the greatest takeaway is the
Yeah.
affirmation that the music will carry you lovingly
Wow.
anywhere you want to go. And
Mm,
which is a culmination of having worked with one of Nat King Cole's closest friends, my vocal coach, Clay Douglas,
uh-huh.
and teaching me how to sing philosophy, not just melodically, all these licks that kids seem
Sure.
to come upon
Sure.
all the time.
Sure. Yeah.
And then my piano teacher teaching me the taste, what to put in and what to leave out. Oh, yeah, perfect quote. What to leave in, what to leave out. That's a Bob Seger thing,
Wow.
Against the Wind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Wow. Amazing. Truly,
yeah.
truly amazing. There's so much to you. So much to you. You guys, I hope you're enjoying our special guest, Ellis Hall.
I
Listen, we've
hope
got
they
one.
are.
Well, I
I say,
know they are.
don't look at me in that tone of voice. I'm sorry.
Oh my
You
Lord.
can't take me
He
nowhere.
has missed his calling. He's humorous as well.
Yeah.
And I love that.
I
I
just want to
love it.
Ellisize you, darling.
There you go.
Ellisize. That's it.
Oh, okay. I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Listen, hang out for me, Ellis. We'll be back
Yes,
in
love.
just a minute. And you guys, thank you for joining us. We're coming back with more tonight. It's trying here. We'll come back with more tonight and even more music. Premiere is on the way. Do not go too far. You don't want to miss it. It is very moving. I love it, and I'm sure you will too. So stick around. We'll be back in just a little bit on Indie Artist Reveal Worldwide. Join us every Monday at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time to hear the stories of artists you love and discover artists you'll learn to love on Indie Artist Reveal Worldwide via Facebook and YouTube. The expansion continues. You can locate us on 10 affiliate radio stations, rebroadcasting Indie Artist Reveal Worldwide segments around the globe. Come on, join the indie community. Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. Sabrina Taylor here, creator and host of Indie Artist Reveal Worldwide. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. So glad to have you guys. Our special guest is Ellis Hall. He's here. We are honored to have him on our platform and chatting with him and, um, interrupting his life for about an hour or so that we can get to know him and his music a little bit better. Yes. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Mr. Hall,
Yes.
as I went to break, one of the questions, which which I didn't really like have written down. I wanted to know in your travels. I know you've traveled
Oh, yes.
all over the world. Is
Yes.
there a special place in travel that you love among all the places you've ever been?
Well, I want to tell you, each place that I've gone, like Paris and
Yeah,
Denmark and Sweden, yeah, sure, and all that, traveling the first time I landed in Greece, I got and I told Emilio, the leader of Tower of Power, Emilio Castillo, I
yeah.
told him, I says, bro, I got an overwhelming feeling I've been here before. And
Whoa.
it was like, oh my God. It wasn't a bad feeling.
Yeah,
And I remember when we were there at landed, he was taking me walking like the Mediterranean or the
sure.
Aegean Sea.
Hmm.
Oh my God, Miss Sabrina,
Yeah.
it was amazing. And I got to tell you, I don't usually drink Coca Cola,
Okay.
but they had a machine, and you put a quarter in the machine, and you took out this ice cold Coke on a hot Greek day, and I'm standing there sipping this thing, and it's dripping all down my chest, and this is,
Ooh.
oh my God, I'm like a freaking Coke commercial. But
Exactly.
no, I've been many places in my life and times, but
Love
the
that song.
celebration. Oh, are you kidding? Ooh, Leon Russell, my God, the
Um,
celebration of all the places that I've gone, even to Jamaica, yeah, man, and they're
yeah.
cooking wonderful food.
I smell it already.
Oh my heavens! And I went to a place. Um, Not in the grill, which is very good. Port Antonio, I went there,
Yeah.
and they had a place called G Jam Studio. Ooh, let me tell you,
Mhm.
honey bunny,
Come
and
on.
and they took a liking to this person. So what
Uh-oh.
they did is they cooked me my special breakfast because I like chicken and eggs in the morning,
Oh,
and
that
then at
sounds
night they cooked me these special French fries with special jerk chicken. Oh, I'm rubbing my tummy as we speak. Chakalaka.
Ooh. Chocolata. That's one of his favorite endearing terms, you guys.
Come on now. I know you'll be saying it. I
I
got a lot of
I'm gonna
places.
tape that one and use it
You better.
courtesy of
Come
Ellis
on.
Hall. Go
Come
ahead,
on.
finish your story. I want you to finish it. Go ahead.
No, no. And what it is just all these different places, visiting them and feeling each vibe, and then bringing the music and bringing them to task. Because I say, if you hold it inside, you could hurt yourself. And I ain't got no insurance. Don't do it. Don't do it. And I pray you gonna see us in person, young lady, and the symphonies. When
Oh,
Ray, when Papa Ray said, "You need to be doing symphonies,"
I
and I
agree.
said, "Sir, I don't know how to do it." Literally, this is like out of a freaking movie. He made 2 phone calls, and the rest is history. And that's
No
how
way.
Jeff Tyson and I got together, and many others that I worked with. Like Dennis Ells of the Boston Pops, the head of creation there, and Keith
Yeah.
Lockhart, the conductor there. All
Sure.
these people. And what's so funny is when I went to the Boston Pops, it used to be Symphony Hall was right down the way from where I grew up, a place
Mhm.
called Annunciation Road. And
Wow.
I could literally see the hall from there. I didn't know I
No
would
way.
get there, but the poster said, young man goes from the hood to Symphony Hall. Because I grew up
God.
in Roxbury. That's serious hood.
Yes, it is. It is serious. And I always like to acknowledge
Yes.
when we get um, viewers, family from outside of the States.
Yes.
Chinier is here. She's from the UK. She
Ooh.
stayed up late. That's like 6 hours
I
later
know, honey.
than
Yes.
Central Standard Time here.
Yeah.
And she's up watching you. How about that?
Oh, I'll wave at her.
Oh my, so how many times have you been to Europe? I guess that's the question.
Many, many
Mhm.
times. And the first time
Yeah.
I went to England, I realized that yeah, well, they don't like this comment. They say, you guys drive on the wrong side of the road. Depending on who, young man.
Yeah.
And what's funny, Emilio and I, we tried to chase down a double decker bus. We wanted for sure to ride on it. We didn't catch it, but
You didn't? Oh
no, we
god.
didn't catch it. But we tried like
Oh my
anything to catch it.
lord.
But going there and then going to France and then,
Yes.
like I said, Denmark, Sweden,
Yep.
and all these different places, Amsterdam.
Ooh.
My God. Yeah, and I tried Indian food over there for the first time. Oh
How
my
was it?
God. Oh,
Ooh,
unbelievable. Chicken,
unbelievable.
uh, what is it? Chicken marsala? Oh, no, not marsala, but
Ooh.
chicken. It's like, oh my God, all these amazing things like what they call samosa. And I
Mm.
thought, no, that's not a mimosa. No, that's a drink. Samosa. That's a.
Some of
It's got rice and it's got beef in it or chicken inside
wow.
of a like almost like a muffin or like a biscuit. Woo!
Okay. Oh, dang.
Ah,
Oh my god.
yeah.
Jeez, but so good.
Oh, it's so
Yeah,
great. Oh
I'm
my God.
sure. Oh
And
god. What
and
is
and and, and don't try those hot things over there because they don't they go from 1 to 15 and you could hurt yourself. Woo!
really?
Oh
Oh my
Lord.
god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I know I'm making myself hungry. Stop it. Stop it,
Okay,
Ellis.
exactly. Engineers putting up all of these same things you're saying she's putting up for us. She's
Yeah.
confirming that yes, you are correct.
Yes. Oh, it's
Absolutely.
so
Oh my
good. It's so
god.
good. But you know what's so funny?
Mm.
I always wanted to say and will say, I desire to be to music what my mom was to fried chicken.
Oh
And
my.
so, with it coming true, I pray. Uh,
Yeah.
my lovely wife, and she's also my manager, Leala J. I got to talk about her. She inherited, as well as I did, the skillet, the iron skillet,
Oh yeah.
which has its own flavor of soul in it. And she can cook chicken too. And you can't eat it too much, but woo, it's like a Girl Scout cookie. Chocolate
I
thin
know,
mints are
right?
my favorite. You can't eat too much, but when you do, you enjoy
It's
that time of the year.
good, isn't it?
Woo!
Oh my.
Hallelujah!
Yeah, the heavens open up, the angels sing. Oh my
Come
God.
on now!
I know.
Woo! My
There's nothing like
God!
a great piece of
No.
Southern fried chicken. I
Oh,
mean,
nothing like it. Nothing like
nothing.
it. And
No.
there's a place. I'm gonna give a plug for them. They're called
Okay.
Mrs. Wilkes down in Savannah.
Oh.
Woo!
Uh-oh.
Woo! Lord. And it's family style. So you go in there, good luck getting a place to be able to get it or getting a seat. But when you
Yeah.
get it, it is truly worth the wait.
Is it really? Oh
Oh
wow.
my God. When you go to Savannah at some
Yeah.
point, you need to go there. Mrs.
Okay.
Wilkes. Yep.
Mrs. Wilkes.
Yep.
I'll remember that. I'm writing that down
Yeah,
as we're,
that's right.
I'm taking notes from you, Mr.
Come
Hall.
on, young lady.
Definitely. Is there, but out of,
Hmm.
out of all the places that you
Yes,
have visited,
yes,
in on the musical side,
yes.
is there in maybe an event or something special that sticks out to you in one of those faraway places that you can
Well,
share?
it's not so far away, but in
Okay,
Boston, when I first
Boston.
did the symphony,
Yeah.
but check this out.
Okay.
And when I had my group from like 74 through 80,
Yeah.
we opened up a few shows. One of them, of course, was Tower of Power, and I later
Of
became their lead
course.
vocalist. But the other one, the Spinners, and I've always loved their music, their bass player was missing.
Oh,
So they asked my bass player, Freddie, to come and play. Freddie said, well, I don't know your music, but Ellis does. And they said, well, he's a keyboard player. We don't need another keyboard. And Freddie said, no, you don't understand. he will play rings around anything you got and then some.
I love
So
it.
they said, okay, we're going to give him a shot.
Yeah,
So when I got up there and played things like One of a Kind or It's a Shame or I'll Be Around,
yeah.
they were missing their steps looking back around at me
Oh my
because
God.
I was thundering along with the drummer. Because I
Mm,
say the drums and the bass are the
that's it.
cake, and if your cake ain't right, the icing don't matter.
It doesn't matter. Wow, I love that.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
that was, and people calling from the balcony, Baby Ellis is up there. They call me Baby Ellis, up there on stage with the spinners. Hey,
Oh,
Baby
I love
Ellis.
it. Oh my
It
gosh.
was funny.
Oh goodness.
Yeah.
And I am not believing this, Mr. Hall. Do you know
Uh
we
oh.
are almost 45 minutes
Really?
into the I, somebody is turning the hands of time too quickly.
See, very fast.
That is not
Woo.
fair. It's like 8:12 here,
Well, I
and
want to
I
tell
just
you too, not to interrupt you, but when I was talking about Tower of Power,
yeah.
what is it? Tell me if you think you know. And now that we're older, it's oh my hip.
Oh, I love this guy already. I mean, oh my God, I'm going to adopt him as Uncle Ellis.
Oh, please now, come on. I ain't scared.
Please don't be. Oh my God, too funny. Is it so? Do you find yourself singing everywhere when you go
Pretty
shower?
much.
Yeah, I
But I
love
try
that.
not to sing too loud or anything. But yes, I always got a song of some sort in my head. And if I'm
Mhm.
sleeping and I
Yeah,
think of a song, I'll get
yeah.
up and sing it into my tape recorder
I
so I
was
don't
going to
forget
ask
it.
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
what is
yeah.
your creative process like?
That's exactly
Yeah.
because I play so many instruments.
Yes.
A lot of times I may come up with a drum lick like, and all of a sudden my piano will play. And I can make the
Oh,
song of that. You know what I mean?
oh
It'll
my God.
it'll just a little thing like that, and then the guitar. Chicken picking.
Yeah. Oh,
you
look
know,
at me.
I love that.
Oh,
Now that's on the soul side, but you know, my God, like I was thinking about think twice before you speak. There's something more important than the night. Just, with my eyes wide open, the warning unfolds. How does a love grow stronger when time for letting go? I can see the writing every time I hold you close with my eyes wide open. My heart doesn't know. Just a gentle song like that. I woke up, I had dreamt that song. Yeah.
wow. Beautiful. It is so amazing how musical you are. I mean, with a
Oh,
thought, with a joke, with a smile, with a chuckle, you come out with something. I'm sure things that you've pre-recorded, or
oh yeah.
I don't know if some of this is new off the cuff, what you're
Yeah.
doing with it, but
Yeah.
it is just so like amazing to hear you
God
do that.
bless you. I thank you for having me on your show.
It
Really.
has just been one beautiful moment after the other. And I'm just on the inside, I'm screaming, no! I want the time to slow down, man. On the inside, I'm literally screaming. You see how, I mean, I'm just sitting here calm and collected, you
Commentary,
know, but
yeah.
on the
Wait.
inside,
What was it? Schultz who says, I see nothing. Hogan's Heroes. I still watch that crazy show.
oh my God.
Yeah.
Just so, you're just so, such a beautiful
Oh,
soul.
and speaking of shows, before
Yeah,
we go away,
yeah,
please let me mention about Miss Betty
yeah.
White.
Please.
And the reason why is because through God's grace,
Yeah.
we miss her so much. She's about to get her stamp,
Yeah.
a stamp, a post office
Post office
recognition.
stamp. Isn't
And
that
I'm going to be the musical voice of that happening. I'm so excited. Ah!
Well, amazing. Congratulations to
Yeah,
you.
thank you. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
all of these moments for you. How does
Yes.
it make you feel
It
when
makes me
you?
feel blessed
Yeah,
because I know how blessed I am, like I said, to do this.
yeah, you did.
I never take it, and through God's grace, will never take it for granted. And people will say, through God's grace.
Yeah,
And I say, yes, I am not religious. I love all religions that come from the love place. I am very spiritual. And so wasn't my mom, and so wasn't my lovely Layala, and a lot of different people, including you. I feel that spirit coming through.
you feel that spirit coming through.
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
Uh-huh.
So wonderful, so
Yeah.
wonderful. And I wanted to ask you before we do. We have a music premiere.
Uh-huh.
But before we even touch it, I want to talk
Yes.
about another name I want to throw out to you,
Please, please.
George Whitty.
Ah, brother George. That's my.
George.
We talk about it. That's my true brother from another mother.
Yeah.
And we drove each other crazy because he lives a little far away. So I said, George, I'm not climbing to where you are, mountain. No, I'm not doing that. But he'll send
Not.
me stuff, and I send it back to him.
Yeah.
And we had so much fun. The name of the group is What with
I
four
know.
four exclamation points. So we ain't playing around. Now
You're
it
not.
stands for Whitty Hall Artist Team, and that's Whitty
TT.
WHITTY.
Why? Yeah.
And we are, grooving with you, funking with you. We close the record with a tune that was out by Sam and Dave. We haven't decided which one is Sam, which one is Dave, but we sing it like we mean it. It's called I Thank You.
Yeah.
And then some other soul things, like a tune that we wrote together called Own Up. Ooh, it's so funky. It just,
Ooh.
from the first note, like I mentioned, Hug Me.
Yes.
We put all these things, 10 songs.
Okay.
We have many more, but we put 10 songs on there.
Right.
And it just makes a statement. As a friend of ours who helped put the record together, he's our executive producer, and
Right.
his name is David, and he's, whew, my God, just scary.
Scary.
his scary guy, David, and he's just amazing because he put up the monies to make us happen, and it's like,
Wow.
oh my God,
He's the
So
EP, huh?
yeah, no, we it's serious, and you'll hear,
Yeah.
listen to it,
Yeah.
yeah.
There
So
are
I'm excited.
10 songs.
10 songs,
Yeah.
all into, and he wrote one of the songs called Miami. It's brilliant, brilliant,
Yeah.
you
It's
know.
number 9. It's number, yeah, on
Look at
on
you,
that release. Hmm.
look
Yeah.
out. But yeah,
Yeah.
now the song that's coming is Some Days Are Meant for Rain. That's the second song,
Yeah.
and it's like,
Set that up for me because that's what I'm about to play for everybody to hear tonight.
well, I wrote it about a manager, Don, back in the 70s.
Yeah.
And he called me up and said,
Mhm.
I could tell in his voice something was wrong. So I said, Brother Don, what's going on? He said,
Yeah.
well, Terry and I, his girl at the time, we broke up. And I said, oh my
Oh,
God. So after I consoled him a little bit, I came up with this, some days were meant for rain. Some nights were meant for pain, and
mm,
I'm caught up in your chains. And once I finished it, I
yeah.
gave him a cassette. He
Yeah.
cried. He played it for his lovely one, Terry.
Yeah.
She cried. They stayed together 35 years.
I love that. I
That's
love
what
that.
music does.
That it heals. Remember, I just said
Yep, it
music
does.
heals.
It
It
does.
does. It knows
And,
exactly
and
where to go.
before I go any forward, I want to make sure that people look up the record and see David's name. It's David Ford. And phew, I'm telling you, believing in this project, I
Yeah.
can't give him, and we can't give him enough props. Enough props.
Oh.
George and
Yeah.
I talk about him. But George, phenomenal man, that man has all sorts of stuff in his
His
secret
arsenal.
box.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, box of crayons. That's what it is. We have a box of crayons.
Yeah.
So the fact that we got together and
Yeah.
created all this intensity. Thank you for letting us ride with you on this program and talking about all these crazy things. Yes.
Yeah, but that's what it's all about.
Yeah, it is.
People may not have even known about you, and some of them they
And
make the statement and say, "Hey, I didn't know where did this person come from," and I
well,
have done my
you tell
job.
your friends over in the UK, etc. We're
Yeah,
coming to see them, and they bet not hold it inside. I told her I ain't got
better
no
not.
ingredients. Don't do it.
Oh, the color of this
Yes.
song is so beautiful.
Yes. Thank you, Lord.
Oh my God, Some
Yeah.
Days Were Meant for Rain is our
Yes.
premiere tonight,
Yes.
and I want you guys to listen.
Yes.
You're gonna cry. So first, go and get some tissue. How about
Oh
that? I
yes.
want you to
Yeah.
have a box of tissue somewhere close by because you're gonna be crying like I did. I told Tom, I said, "Thanks. This is so
Yeah.
beautiful."
Way to ruin my makeup.
Hello, and then some. And so I was like, I gotta have him on the show. And
Yes.
that's
Good.
literally how this all happened. Thank you
Good.
so much for writing such a beautiful, beautiful piece.
God
And
bless you.
we're going to share it tonight with the
Please.
Indie Artists Reveal family and the world because we're
Yes.
worldwide. So
Yes.
everybody will be back in just a few minutes. Hang out
Okay.
and listen to Some Days Were Meant for Rain by our special guests, Ellis Hall and George Whitty, who's not here tonight, but he's definitely a part of this
He's
team.
here.
We'll see you in just a little bit. Enjoy.
Raindrops on my window, completing my day of gray. Tears streaming softly from raw eyes. These words running through my head, like some days were meant for rain. Some nights were meant for pain. And now I'm caught up in your chain. Sitting alone in my tear-filled room, feeling deep the words she said. My love for you was just a game in time. Cold words are crashing through my head. Yes, they were. Some nights were meant for I know they were. And I'm caught up in your chain. Can I sing my song? Some days here's to loving you, baby. But your love is driving me crazy. And I caught up in your Here's something else I gotta say. Baby love, I need you, baby love. Baby love, I'm calling, baby love. I caught up in your chain. Hear me calling, baby. So this, oh yeah. Am I just an episode in your life after all we've been through? I'm caught up in. Guess some days were meant for rain,
Absolutely amazing.
God bless you. We
Just,
knew when we
I'm
finished it.
sitting
We
here
knew.
going, okay, I can't cry because I got to go back on. Okay. So I am holding all this in, right?
She's going to
Amazing song.
explode.
Absolutely amazing, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh my God.
Thank you. We knew,
Oh,
and again,
George Whitney.
the thing is knowing when to leave something alone, good
Yes.
or bad. Let it be.
Like,
Let it breathe. It'll
yes.
do what it does. We knew, you know, what it was. And George, a master at putting together tracks, and then I'll
Yeah,
deliver whatever I need to deliver to make it extra saucy.
sure. Sure. And you delivered, my friend. You totally, I mean, there are balls of fire
Yeah.
coming from the family in the comments.
Really?
Someone said, "Oh my gosh, this is fire." So one spoke it, and
Ah.
the other just found the little emojis of balls of fire.
Oh, see? See?
Yeah, yeah, I know. It is just, it's an amazing song. So moving, so emotional.
Thank you.
So have we released this to radio?
It's coming. I think it already has been, but if
Okay,
not, it's coming this week.
got it.
And oh no, this is hot off the presses.
Hot
The
off.
record's out, but this
Yeah,
is the second single, and I'm very, very, very pleased. I didn't pick the singles. We had people who,
of course.
folks like Tom who says, "Yeah, do
This
that
is
one."
the one. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. But we have
exactly.
colors. We have
Yeah,
lots of colors. You'll
yeah,
see. Big old box of
exactly.
crayons, young lady.
I have my own near my bed table. I like to color. I
Really?
love to. I
You
love to
should.
color.
Yeah.
I know I'm an adult, but that part of me will never change. I love to color.
No, 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 no. The kid, the adult, it
Yeah,
all is a congregation of
they're all
intensity.
interesting. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, are we going to take this show on the road, my friend?
You know what? We're working on that now.
Yeah.
Um, my own band uh, is going on the road. We're doing a special thing in Nice, France, with the
Ooh.
United Nations,
Yeah.
and then we're going with my own band to Indonesia. Both of those are long flights.
Bali.
You don't want to walk. Actually, we're going to Jakarta.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. So I've never been there, but
Yeah.
we're ready to go. And then we haven't put together the what tour yet, but it's gonna happen. And
Yes.
when it does,
Yeah.
we're gonna have to sell our warning label stickers.
Oh my! You should. You should prepare
Yeah, yeah.
everybody
Yeah,
because.
but all of my shows, we occasionally do a local thing here in L.A. called Vibrato. It's owned by Herb Alpert and his
I've
lovely daughter
heard.
Eden.
Yeah.
You know, every time we come there and get crazy, we try to tie folks down to the chairs. Y'all get off the tables. That ain't legal.
That's that's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Oh
Oh
no,
my!
you what the funk?
Literally.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Literally. Oh
So
my god.
and that's the thing of when George and I go out and tour, it'll be
Sure.
put together, and just like I don't know if you've seen this, but the 40th anniversary of Tower of Power, I was asked to do some tunes for that, having been with them. If you haven't seen it, you need to look it up. It is a moment to behold. And
Yeah.
then online, I heard recently we did a thing at University of Iowa, and I did a thing where I played Francis Rocco Prestia's bass. He didn't let anybody touch his bass, but he let me play it. And we do a thing called "Don't Change Horses in the Middle of the Stream," and so I do a little show in the middle of it. It was
Oh
fun.
my God,
Yeah,
that's amazing. Wow. I have totally, it's been a whole hour now.
it
And
is.
it doesn't feel like you and I have been chatting for an hour. I don't,
No, I know it just went just like that.
it did. It
Yeah,
did. And all of the things that you've shared, I know, right? And all the things that you've shared has just,
yeah,
even from what I've researched and known,
yeah.
I think even when you talk like one on
Yes.
one, it just comes out better. It feels better,
It does feel better. And thank you again. I repeat myself for inviting me on the show and inviting me to talk about different things that
Yeah.
touch us all and have touched me throughout my life from, working with, well, actually, I sang at Helen Keller's funeral, but also singing for Nelson Mandela, singing for
Wow.
Miss Oprah. All
Wow.
these things,
Yeah.
they all are a combination of incredible stuff to fill up
Yeah.
a life.
Absolutely. What can you share with our up and coming independent artist who's grinding every day to kind of reach some of the pinnacle of success in which you have? Can you share some golden
Avoid
nuggets?
avoid the pity party. I go to all parties but that one.
Yeah,
Live your life every day with forward motion. It doesn't mean you won't fall. Be
right?
willing to get back up and just keep walking or just keep grooving. Like you mean it.
Yeah.
Don't fake the funk. Don't fake
Oh,
anything else.
yeah.
Seriously. That's what
Wow.
I've learned and that's what I do my best because I do a lot of clinics around the world. And that's what
Hmm.
I talk about.
You
Play it
sure
like you mean it.
do. Yeah,
Yeah.
you do. You're a teacher as well, an educator. That
Yeah,
is so
yeah.
right. That is so right. Yeah.
Well,
Well,
with
we
Tower
want
of Power, I got my education.
you did. You
It's beyond
did.
education. Come on now.
Oh, well, we want everybody to follow Mr.
Yeah,
Hall,
I pray.
ellishall.com. So
Yeah.
simple.
Or Ellis Hall
Really,
Music too, darling.
and
Yeah.
all roads lead
To Ellis
to
Hall. Yeah.
Ellis Hall Music,
Yeah.
Facebook, Instagram,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
YouTube
Yep.
as well.
There's a
So we want,
lot of YouTube stuff. I didn't even
it's a
know all that stuff was
lot.
up there.
It's a
Woo!
lot. And I enjoyed watching it
Thank you. Thank you.
and learning about you.
Let me ask you, did you see a version of Tiny Dancer?
I did not.
Oh, you need to
I
find
am
it. Go,
going
yeah,
to,
go to Ellis Hall, find it. I think you'll really enjoy it. And what blew my mind
yeah,
is when I went to the chorus, we had about 600 people in this special thing called Spectrasonics Present.
sure.
And they were so loud. You'll see, Miss Sabrina.
Okay.
Holy Moses. I know you'll send me a message or send out like a message. You'll get it to me. But again, thank you for this amazing invite.
It has been just a wonderful pleasure. Whatever is on your spirit, in your spirit, and on your
Yeah.
heart,
Yeah.
just something really quick to take us
Yeah.
out with.
Ooh. I had a great time with Miss Sabrina. Don't you know she feels your spirit? I had a good time with Miss Sabrina and Chakalaka with some extra sauce.
I love you so much. That was so sweet. You guys, listen, remember what you make happen for others, God will make it happen for you. I love you. See you next week. And thank you guys so much for spending this hour with us. Have a great night. Bye bye.